This message was brought to you in part today by Smart Water. Drink water, makes your skin clear. What is up, you nerds? It's your boys, the Ride Brothers, and we're finally here to do this goddamn thing you keep begging us for. So, if we don't like it, we're kicking you all in the knee.
Now, I watched this show.
And so did I.
First season. He did. I know Jonathan probably did.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Man,
Oh, no.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, but Master Zen probably did. I know he did.
Master Zen.
Thank you.
I realize, I'm going to address this right now. I realize that a lot of y'all have been wanting, begging, pleading, just jumping in your seat for us to react to this. I was anticipating for Linkara, because I knew he was going to do it. I checked his Twitter, like he always has to do for, like, when is the next thing going to be posted. He even made a Twitter post about that. So,
About us?
No, it was about like his uploading
right?
schedule and what he's gonna upload next. Yeah, so he does that for a reason. He does it for a reason so that other people can stop badgering him about like how they did us, with wanting to react to stuff.
Also, I think this would be your time to give a shout out, right? Because something happened.
Yes.
Recently.
So recently, a few days ago, Linkara himself had commented on a post that I was saying. It was something about y'all letting us know how y'all feel about the stuff that we react to and watch and talk about, because some of y'all just do not talk, and it really just it had really bothered me at one point, and Linkara had responded. So here's what I want to say. Shout out to you, Linkara, because if it had not been for you, we probably wouldn't be doing any history of Power Rangers right now.
Yeah, most definitely.
And because it wouldn't be this detailed.
The hell, John?
It wouldn't be this detailed, even though you say over and over that some of the information you get is not always concrete. Some of the information that you get is not always as concrete. Some of the information that is based upon what other people have heard and said, and I definitely understand. But thank you for putting your insight on it. Yes, there are times where we don't agree with the things that you say, but that's fine because...
Oh, no, I agree with him about one thing. Mega Force and the fucking bottle flipping shit. And the Chosen One.
Yeah.
and Doggy. Don't forget Doggy.
And all that. But at the end of the day...
At the time, we didn't agree on Doggy. Me and him didn't agree on Doggy.
You're right. You're right.
Just,
But at the end of the day...
Thank you, Linkara, for what you do for us.
Fuck Doggy.
Right. We love Power Rangers at the end of the day. Overall.
Yes, we do. But still, fuck Doggy.
You have to let that go at one point.
Fuck no. Fuck Doggy.
if we can't let go of Mega Force, John has the right to not let go.
All right. Well, that's a fair point.
That's a fair chance.
All right. Well, here we go. Oh, and by the way, I will divide this into parts because it's so long. So you're gonna get part 1, then part 2, then maybe part 3 if I do that.
Yeah, if we feel like it.
All right. Now here we go.
The hell?
I'm just feeling energy right now.
That's
good.
That's good.
Would you like to take a ride?
Hell no.
A humanoid robot.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me check this real quick. Okay. All right. We're here.
That changes into a vehicle. Wonder if there's a Hasbro property like that. Oh, right, of course. Transmutation formers.
Transmutation formers, more new items available.
Wait,
Super
what?
Fire Blast.
Welcome, my friends.
That
to
must be one of
Power
those,
Rangers Beast
What's
Morphers.
the word? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Here we are again, my friends. In the year of our Lord 2021, we have ourselves another history of Power Rangers and a new era for the show. The first effort of Hasbro's stewardship of the series. I tell you that they certainly haven't skimped on the toy side of things. The Lightning Collection has a cool range of stuff, especially in the figures department.
Oh, yeah.
I tend to prefer the roleplay stuff like Morphers and weapons, but I know people who have been pretty happy with the selection of figures put out. But we're not here to talk about the toys, we're here to talk about the show itself. Hasbro, as most people are probably aware, is not really known for live action properties. Sure, you got stuff like the Transformers movies, but let's be real here. Most of that kind of thing is overseen by movie studios, not the toy company that owns the rights to it. No, when it comes to Hasbro's television works, it's usually animation, with products like G.I. Joe, Transformers, My Little Pony, etc. But hey, it's not like Power Rangers would be Hasbro's first live action TV series. Why, for the channel Hub, they produced, Taylor Swift, Journey to Fearless.
Hello?
And, Hub World, a news magazine show mostly existing as a promotional vehicle for programs on the Hub. Well, okay, they did a 6-part adaptation of the board game Clue, and the old movie version of that remains wonderful, and it's,
I'm not a yo, I'm an Agnes. DJ Jazzy Jack's spinning a surprise set. Gotta get the word out.
Okay, we may be in trouble. I kid a bit. People were telling me all the time it was air.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was completely out of left field.
I'm sorry.
That was completely out of left field. So bad.
Let me make sure that the thing is on the screen. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's left field right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is left field.
Jesus
Have I ever seen one? Left field.
I didn't know Hasbro was responsible for half of that stuff. Thank you, Linkara, for letting me know.
Yes, thank you, Linkara, for letting me know why Hasbro still sucks at certain things.
I have no comment for this.
Okay, I feel the pain in my stomach.
It's not. Hold on, y'all. Stay with it. Stay with it.
I'm trying.
The Beast Morphers is actually really good. And despite the changing of hands in production, a lot of staffers remained on, including Judd Lynn basically staying in his position overseeing the series after Ninja Steel, which I think was a good call. Keep the people who know what they're doing to help with the transition. And hey, as a result of a shift in oversight, suddenly from a creative perspective, the new bosses might be more amenable to fresh creative ideas than the old ones. Were there new ideas? Or was this just more of the same? Well, let's find out. The series begins with Beasts Unleashed. Strangely, and what I think is a first for the show, unless the version I'm watching is different from the broadcast version, or I'm remembering wrong. I have been making these videos for over 10 years now. The episode actually immediately begins with the post-theme song credits and episode title. In fact, the theme song isn't until almost 8 minutes in, more than a third of the way through the episode. By that point, people would have forgotten the show's supposed to have it. Hell, this is actually a recurring problem for the show, with the theme song and first commercial break not occurring until a good chunk of the episode is already over, even though episodes seem like they're still structured to have a cold open that leads into it. Anyway, we open in the town of Coral Harbor, where they apparently realized at some point, wait a second, the morphing grid is supposed to be this huge source of power, right? Why don't we tap that thing for clean energy? They're minutes away from switching the towers on and using Morph X energy to hopefully end pollution in the world. We cut over to Riptide Gym, where I guess the Cobra Kai's are training, as the teacher of a karate class, Blaze, is annoyed that one of his students, Devin, wants to learn more challenging moves, and his reaction is to attack Devin. Devin manages to defeat him, but Devin's father, the mayor, shows up to pull him out of class.
Thanks for the lesson, Blaze. This isn't over.
Nothing shows you have the patience and knowledge to teach karate than being a petulant, violent jackass.
Yeah,
Daniels is annoyed that his son spends all his time playing PS Vita and learning karate instead of getting a job.
But you're an expert at video games and karate. Son, those aren't gonna take you anywhere.
I don't know, karate led Tommy to...
First of all,
I'm not gonna comment on that because I watched the show and I know where this is going. So go ahead.
I mean, okay. Look,
I know where
look,
this is.
okay. I'll
We
say it
all
again.
know where this is going.
I watched the show. I did. But that moment right there, just what I don't understand is why does social media and Hollywood keep making this cliche that old timers or like parents try to put this this untrue fact that people who play video games will never make it in life.
Well,
Do you have any idea what's going on right now?
well, I could sum it up with one phrase. Parents just don't understand.
Oh, that's true, but I also was about to say, I like that the cliche now is that it's a black family, not a white family, because it usually be a white family.
I mean, yeah, but even then, a lot of black families can understand that, hey, video games are dominating the circuit right now because they are.
Yeah, they definitely are.
We getting groundbreaking games at this point.
Not groundbreaking. Not a lot of them. Anyway.
Black Myth Wukong. I will not say anymore.
That's groundbreaking. Anything recent today is kind of.
I will not say anymore.
Yeah.
And look, don't get any these God of War fans on us for not saying that. Okay.
Listen to what I just said. Anything today that's released, not in the future. Today that's been released.
Look, listen.
God of War is coming. Everything is coming. Everything is coming.
The premises of what I'm saying is
Cyberpunk 2024.
The career for video games.
No, that's a mistake on all of them.
The career for video games is at an all-time high. People are getting paid to do that. And as far as karate,
especially this time of year, since everybody was locked in the house.
Exactly. See, you get my point.
Yeah, I don't think they was locked down like we are though.
Especially for karate, do you have any idea how many people practice that shit and get
not
paid?
Like in the show, but you know.
Yeah, not in the show.
Like people get paid to do these things. They get paid for karate.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be funny because they're gonna actually nowadays they're gonna put the event of Corona into the show, so everybody's gonna be walking around with masks.
Very true.
I hope not.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
They're trying to monetize everything here, but the thing about it is, y'all have got to stop trying to make parents be legit dumbasses.
Not even that, just uncool. Not even just uncool or like.
Well, just uncouth. You know, like they don't like they think that the modern day stuff now is not successul.
Well, you got to remember these are boomers. These guys went to war and worked in factories and punched each other in the chest 100 times a day.
Well, no. His dad wouldn't be a boomer at this time.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I think what year was this in again? I forgot. I think you said it.
This was like, when did this come out?
If his dad is the mayor, he has to be at least 50 years old. So he's technically a boomer in a way. But you know, I'm not going to judge. I feel like a boomer sometimes. Damn kids.
Like 3 or so career paths. They're heading to Grid Battle Force headquarters, where they're going to be tapping into the morphing grid. Devin wants to go in because the place has an amazing, supposedly unbeatable battle simulator, but his dad doesn't want him anywhere near it. He actually thinks the idea of tapping into the morphing grid is dangerous and stupid. Damn politicians standing in the way of clean energy. I bet he's in the pocket of big psycho rangers. Devin, however, decides to sneak in by using his phone to take a photo of his security badge. But hey, it's not like that'll work. This is the source of power not only to all Power Rangers, but soon the entire city. They're gonna have better security than just a badge reader.
That looks a lot like you.
It is me.
Well, we'll see about that.
Okay, weird that she doesn't know what the mayor looks like, but the other security guard will confirm with a retinal scan.
Yeah, this part, it pissed me off. I almost just stopped watching after this. I'm like, okay, you're a ditzy security guard at a high-tech, battle simulation place thing, whatever you want to call it, and you don't know who the mayor is?
Listen, look, I'll take these two
over
the two people that didn't steal any fucking day.
I don't know who our governor look like.
You don't know what Governor Hogan look like?
No.
Hey, yo, where you? Hey, yo. That defeats your argument. That defeats your argument, Brian. That defeats your argument, man.
I hear his name, but I don't see his face.
There you have it. Anyway, look, I'm gonna take these two characters over the last two comedic characters in Ninja Steel at any day. I'll take these two for real. Because at least I had gotten a laugh out of these two.
No, I'm not gonna lie. They made me laugh a couple times though. I'm not gonna lie. They're funny, but like
they were no.
But these two are like ditzy funny, but it's a whole new level.
But look, I listen. I don't know about your favorites for comedy, but I'd rather take that over farts.
Yeah.
I'd rather take that over farts. I'm sorry. I'd rather do that.
I smash too. Just play the damn video. Go ahead.
Shut up.
Yeah, let's play the video.
Just to be on the safe side. Bay is going to be the next Chernobyl, isn't it? But hey, at least they are doing security checks while not watching the front or having any other guards at the entrance, which allows Devin to sneak in and indeed use his phone to bypass security. Another person identifies that the mayor is, in fact, the mayor.
The mayor?
Yeah, it says so on that pass you were looking at. These are Ben and Betty, siblings, and also our comic relief duo for the season. I miss Victor Vincent already. Anyway, the person who identified the mayor, Zoe, escorts him through. Zoe works in laundry, a washout from the Battle Force Academy, but she still hopes to make a difference. Commander Shaw, who's in charge of Battle Force, gives the mayor a tour, starting with the laboratory. Nate Silva, the chief scientist, is a child prodigy who's been working at the place since he was 6. And he explains that he found a way to refine energy from the morphing grid into this Gatorade right here, hence Morphex. The mayor explains his concerns, that every villain in every dimension, name-dropping Rita, Galvanax, and Sledge, has tried to steal the power of the Rangers to rule the universe.
And now that you've wrapped it up with a ribbon, some evil mind will try to take it again.
As Devin disguises himself as a scientist and is stopped by someone, we finally get our theme song. I don't like it. While it does contain Go-Go Power Rangers, usually something I enjoy, the song just feels so lifeless. It's a bunch of techno beats, a little guitar, not really a tune, some synthesized voice. It sounds generic, like a throwback to an early 2000s action cartoon. Probably something CGI, like a spy thing. It's just not good.
Yeah.
I liked it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. But not like
some blame this on Nickelodeon insisting on 30-second theme songs.
Itself.
Even if it is an edict from Nick, I object to that being the problem because plenty of other shows can make 30-second theme songs work. Hell, during the later days of Zeo, the theme song there got shortened to 30 seconds. It shouldn't make a difference as long as the song is good and made for it. What's weird is that the actual music during fights is okay, with once again using shades of Go-Go Power Rangers as its primary leitmotif, but otherwise doesn't sound like the theme song in any way. Anyway.
Like I said again. We are getting content creators who are making much better themes, and it shows. I put the theme for Beast Morphers, the made up theme for Beast Morphers in another video, with Megaforce. Yeah. But for the sake of this argument, I'll put it in there again. Just for the sake of this argument. But yeah.
Clip switch.
Basically.
And we're back.
Hey, the guy just stopped Devin because he was going to the wrong place with his cart there. They go to the morphing lab, where the mayor is also being sent to. The commander wants to assuage his concerns by showing off that they've developed their own Power Rangers.
The Morphex will flow from here, where it will combine with animal DNA. Then it'll flow into our 3 subjects, mutating their DNA.
Oh, good. It's been a while since Power Rangers decided to do some genetic manipulation. I look forward to seeing how many Cronenbergs this results in.
The mutation should work perfectly with teenagers.
Oh, great. Heaven forbid we use adults in this job. See, I give a pass to stuff like Zordon, or hell, even Gosei for this sort of thing, because they're big, mystical figures who probably can sense who is the best of the best for this sort of thing, the ones who have the right mental and physical makeup to make these sorts of decisions in a way that a normal human can't understand. I really wince when it's other humans, especially ones with government funding, deciding, yeah, let's weaponize teenagers. Screw Cronenbergs, this is gonna be an Evangelion situation waiting to happen. Get in the Megazord, Shinji! Anyway, while Nate is showing off the Beast Morphers tech, Devin notices some kind of weird purple energy crossing through a computer monitor and down into some of the Mountain Dew full of morphing grid energy. It dissipates, though. The mayor is also told that for security reasons, they can't reveal the identities of the 3 Rangers. But, of course, when he leaves, we, and Devin, see that it's Blaze and 2 others who had been at the gym. Devin is found out when he sees some kind of snake creature inside of the grid energy. He warns them about what he saw, some kind of computer virus, but they detect nothing wrong. Still, Commander Shaw is not stupid, and while they hold Devin in a cell, she orders Nate to run a full check on the systems regardless. The other 2 Rangers are Roxy and Ravi, who aren't siblings like the similar names would suggest, which is good because the 2 used to date. But now that they're Rangers, the rules state that they can't be together, much to Roxy in particular's disappointment. Nate doesn't detect any...
Another thing that I wanted to point out.
Oh boy, I know where you're going with this.
Power Rangers. Why would you make up a rule like that, knowing the fact that there have been so many other Rangers that have literally clapped cheeks?
Oh, never mind. Wrong way.
Why make up that rule?
Because if I can make an assumption, probably because it's a federal agency and they kind of frown upon that stuff, but people still do it anyway because office sex is bomb. But anyway,
first of all, Lightspeed Rescue had freaking
what is it? The Green Ranger and the Doctor.
Yeah,
there was a Green and the.
They got married.
The Green and the
that
yellow.
was a government facility.
It's the dude. No, it's the dude with the hat.
Yes.
And
it wasn't the Yellow Ranger because it was her. It was him and the scientist. If you.
It was the head scientist.
Yeah, I did. That's why I remember who
they
was married.
got
yes.
married.
Yellow Ranger.
No, I was trying. Anyway,
they went and got married.
You know you can't pay attention. Yeah, fuck you too.
Anyway. So that just doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. And to back up what Linkara said, it's another thing is even in that's a Lightspeed Rescue and Time Force, they weren't teenagers. They were grown adults.
Yeah, they were.
Sure, they were young, but they were adults.
Wait, what you call it was adults too in Lightspeed Rescue, weren't they?
I just said that.
Oh yeah,
they were adults.
They were all.
They were all adults.
Lightspeed Rescue and Time Force were adults.
Wild Force, adults.
Sorry, that's like catchy as fuck.
Shoot, by the time we got to Zeo, they were adults.
Yeah.
Space were adults.
Zeo and Turbo, they were adults.
Speaking of which, that's a good question.
In space, adults. So like, I don't know why we trying to make this whole.
Well, no, I can't say that technically because they were not technically. They were adults because they came from the Power Ranger series. It was just moving on to the next series,
yeah,
and
they were growing
up. They were growing up at the time.
That's a good question.
In space, and fucking Lost Galaxy, all
adults again. Military facility.
Ninja Storm was adults too, right? I think they no, because that SPD they were adults. They had to be.
Yeah, you're right. Ninja Storm they were adults because they didn't go to no damn school.
They had jobs and they
had jobs.
Right. And the thing they did was motorsports.
Yeah.
Or skateboarding.
They had
surfing.
They had hobbies and careers.
Yeah.
So
trying to get a career.
Like.
They technically weren't adults.
I don't know what
unless they I can't say because Hawaii each state has their different regions of being adult. They were technically close to Hawaii.
Yeah, but I will say that between the ages of 16 and 21, it's a good healthy estimate of how old these kids were or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know. All I'm saying is I'm going with the federal thing that coworkers basically don't shit where you eat is what I'm getting from that.
Well, guess what? That Power Rangers shit in its own mouth because they literally had series upon series where the co-workers did not give a damn.
Well, most of those people weren't working for a government.
You got a point there.
Let's continue. We got an hour for this shit.
So the countdown to activation of the towers continues. The ceremony is completed and energy begins to flow. Teenager DNA gets manipulated and...
The system's detecting a foreign virus. I am Evox.
Yeah, I could have told you this was a mistake to play with morphin energy like this. After all,
too much pink energy is dangerous.
They try to abort the sequence and get everyone to evacuate, but the place is going wild. Even the holding cell doors malfunction, allowing Devin to escape. Zoe is told to leave too, but she decides not to.
I saw big columns.
Laundry girl to the rescue!
We saw big ones too. No, we don't.
Maybe you're in the wrong careers. Anyway, they can't stop the power infusion of the Rangers, but fortunately Roxy and Blaze are not turned evil. Exactly. Rather, their bodies get knocked unconscious, and evil duplicates of them, called avatars, emerge in their place. Devin grabs a gun and shoots the tube carrying morphin energy in, stopping it before Ravi is changed too. Devin, Zoe, and Ravi are forced back into the morphing converter, and with no other choice, Nate quickly transforms them into Rangers to stop the avatars. Devin has cheetah DNA now, although considering his flying kick he made in civilian form, I'm not sure anything really changed. Zoe, jackrabbit DNA, and Ravi, a gorilla. Nate uses the teleportation devices they've developed to beam the avatars as far away from the base as possible, which seems like a bit of a mistake, since that means they're now on the loose where they can attack civilians rather than being contained inside, but hey, I'm not a child prodigy. Actually, he'll later explain that the avatars were sent to a different dimension. Roxy and Blaze are in comas. Their bodies perfectly healthy, but their minds are elsewhere. They're linked through the morphing grid, Nate theorizing that if they destroy the avatars, their minds will be returned to their bodies.
They're intelligent. They'll find a way back here.
Especially if the place they're in has an interdimensional subway train. Shaw says that they'll need the Power Rangers to defend them if and when the avatars return, in the process revealing that Ravi is her son. They have a lot of training to get caught up on, so the two are sent to the battle simulator to end the first episode. Our second episode, Evox's Revenge, sees the avatars landing in human form in what looks like the Netherworld. Hey, if you see Octoroo hanging out in the Senzu River, tell him it's not too late to finally do that samurai follow-up. Actually, they landed in the cyber dimension, which means I guess we finally have that Power Rangers and Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad crossover that we always wanted. And remember that if my Patreon gets high enough, I'll cover that show as part of History of Power Rangers too, just so it doesn't take 2 years in between new HOPR videos. That was a shameless plug?
Yes, I know.
Anyway, the two meet Scrozzle, who currently rules this realm with the foot soldiers of the season, Tronics, who are all quickly zapped by Evox. It's here where we lay down the specifics. Evox is trapped in the cyber dimension and wants into our dimension. Morphex's energy could definitely teleport him out, but his own power is so great that they need a lot of it to teleport him between dimensions. The small amount they have can send Tronics and avatars through, though, so they'll be heading out to try to retrieve more. Back at the Rangers, they're introduced to the Beast Bots, robot helpers that have animal DNA in them, although what that means is never explained. They have organic bits fused to the tech inside
Actually,
them,
hold on.
and suddenly I'm fearing we're gonna...
Tell you the truth, they barely even freaking used them.
They did more in the Sentai.
It
was a lot more explained in the Sentai as to why they needed them. But
it was. I'm like, okay, where's the? Okay, well, what about the?
No, actually, the thing about it is for
Aren't
them.
they supposed to combine with the Zords?
Yes, that was the whole purpose for them. They were to combine with the Zords. It wasn't the fact that they had animal DNA. I don't know where they got that from. But
well, technically, they do have animal DNA because they did further in. They did a whole shit with it in this show because. It's like their metal parts are combined with DNA. I don't know, some fancy shit.
It's so stupid.
It's morphing grade. Let's go with that.
Yeah,
it's Metabots. That's what it sounds like.
Metabots.
We're gonna have a We 3 situation in here. They all have their own personalities and names. Jax, Smash, and Cruz. The three can transform into weapons for them to use, as you saw at the start with Cruz turning into a motorcycle. And in fact, their Zords later on we'll see have multiple modes that they can transform into. I wonder if that transformation aspect was what caused Hasbro to elect to do this series instead of proceeding on with another one. In addition, they'll become the control consoles of their Zords. And of course, Cruz is our season requisite role for Kelson Henderson, just voiced this time. Back in the digital world, Scrozzle explains that he's hiding out here from a villain called Vargoyle, who's a lot more powerful and a lot less helpful to them. He built the Tronics to protect himself from them. They head back to Earth to steal energy, leading to a fight with the Rangers. The Tronics are okay foot soldiers. The pink/magenta color scheme is kind of unique, and they've got kind of weird armor over their shoulders and chests. The helmets are neat, though it's hard to glimpse details of them. A single eye, almost like a thin visor, a misshapen slit mouth, and a big red dot above their visor. Something about the red dot above there seems familiar. Despite being robotic, though, they just kind of make weird noises, almost like squawking. Monsters are created by using copies of the Evox virus infused with Morphex's energy and inserting a morphing...
He was talking about the bots, but the picture that was up was not the bot. It is centered in most focused picture. In the picture was the Red Ranger just moving super fast while frozen.
And the bot was behind.